Josh Brown here again with Swine-N-Tines, my good buddy Carl with Clearshot Outdoors. Wanted to show you guys how I tie in a peep. There's probably 30 different ways to do it, but this is kind of the way I like to do it, and I've found over the years it holds really well. I'm just going to pull this through like this, and I just kind of put it up into the string. You don't need a press to do this, so I'm going to do it today. It's sitting in the press, but there's no pressure on the bow. It's just holding it here for me. You can do this sitting on the couch in your living room if you want to. You want enough of a tail on this side so you can actually wrap it around your pliers and pull. And so personally, I like working away from the peep. You can go either direction. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. Now, as I bring the 7th wrap around, I'm going to pull this string back. I'm going to wrap around one time. Whoops. Hold that back. Come around. That's 1. Now, I'm going to take my doubled over loop here. That's nice and moist. Pull that tight like here. Like so. With my loop going away from the peep, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I found 7s. I like the number 7. Whatever. You can go 9, 8, 6 probably. So this loop right here, I'm going to pull this string through it. So this is my serving string. Now I'm going to grab my double tail, just stick it out here, and I'm just going to wrap it around my finger. It's nice and wet there, so it's just going to slide through. I'm going to pull this back, come through like that. I have my loop back, as you see, and now I have 2 tails to the string. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the entire apparatus, or the entire assembly, back toward the peep. So I like, especially with you got to be careful doing this with other brands of peeps because they cut their slot straight across and you can end up cutting the string. In this case, I'm using a Clearshot Outdoors Peep, which has a nice rounded saddle, and you can pinch that sucker down and hold it in there. Now I'm just going to give this a little tug right here. Firm it up. So now that I've pulled my string through, you can use any kind of pliers for this. You can use needle nose pliers. You can use basically anything with a square end. I like these just because it's easy to hang it there. You do not need these. So I will pull, basically I'm pulling from the inside that end piece. I'm going to pull this one back this way. You don't want to break the string. You got to be careful. In some cases, the plier will want to cut the string. I've had that happen. Right there. Lift this guy up here. Snip it off about an 1/8 inch above your string. We're going to fuzz the end of those up and later on we'll burn them. Now I'm going to repeat for the other side. So as you can see now, we have both sides served in here. And here in a second, I will show the center wrap part. It is not necessary with this tight of a pinch, but some people like it. It does help. And if you notice, before I tie this center piece here in, I have made certain that the Allen wrench part of the peep, where you change out the insert, is facing forward. Always make sure the flanged edge is facing toward the shooter. The Allen wrench side is facing toward the front of the bow. Now, what we're going to do is just do a simple wrap here. You don't even have to keep it tight the first time around. And a lot of times I'll do 2 passes, but since we're doing it for a video and I gotta let cool here, we'll just do it. We'll go ahead and do it 3 times. Why not? Now, if you do a continuous wrap top to bottom, you can do that too. This is just as effective. And with this much pressure on both sides of that peep, it will not move up or down. So now, I've tied that around. I'm going to burn all of my ends, like mess them up a little bit, nice and messy, pull them away from the string. So now that I've fuzzed the ends of the serving, I'm just going to turn them here so I can get a nice little side burn. I always use the side of the flame so it doesn't ever put the string in danger, whatnot. So like this here, I'm barely melting that. And then same thing here. Now what's interesting about a lock serve, again, I mentioned this earlier in the video, you cannot do this with many Peeps on the market will cut into the string. It simply will not work. But with the Clearshot Outdoors Peep, it allows us to get this pressure here on the side of the Peep to hold it hub centric. So now that I have everything burned and served in, ouch, I will likely break a nail before you can move this. Now you can hit your Peep. I'll show you something. I can push it up there, but the first time or second time you shoot your bow, it will actually move right back to center because of the pressures here and the slope of that saddle. It allows it to perfectly recenter itself. There are advantages sometimes in doing a twist serve and, twist tie-in where you loop everything across. Some people say it's more secure. However, a lot of times you can take that entire assembly and move it on the string. This here creates a compression lock on the string, won't damage the string, and allows the Peep to stay perfectly centered between the two servings. Thanks for watching.